It's the banality of evil. It's the thing that we have to watch out for. And we see it today, of course, we all know who I'm going to talk about, but I won't say the name. Because that guy is stupid. I mean, look with Trump. People.
You said it. You said it.
I hate to say it.
Don't edit. You said it. Damn.
I hate to say it. But we see what that is.
Yeah, but it's like.
And there are people who think that he could do a good job. Imagine that. How insane that is. That's all I'll say.
The Osage took their name from Missouri and Osage rivers. Niukanska, children of the Middle Waters. Move, said the great white father. There are many, so many hungry wolves. Can you find the wolves in this picture?
Early on, I asked Mr. Scorsese, how are you going to approach this story? And he said, I'm going to tell a story about trust between Molly and Ernest, trust between the outside world and the Osage, and a betrayal of those trusts, deep betrayal. And my people suffered greatly, and to this very day, those effects are with us. But I can say, on behalf of the Osage, Marty Scorsese and his team have restored trust, and we know that trust will not be betrayed.
These artistic souls on this stage here cared about telling a story that pierces the veil of what society tells us we're supposed to care about and not. By focusing on these conflicted characters, who else is going to challenge people to challenge their own complicity in white supremacy and such a platform, except for this man here? Other artists are doing that work. People listen to what this one says. Why the hell does the world not know about these things? Our communities always have. It's so central to everything about how we understand our place in the world. We also still need this, you know? We need these allies.
I think the gamble was to take on this incredibly important story that really was a reckoning with our past. I mean, so much has been learned in the last few years, and this story has, much like the Tulsa massacre, has been something that people have started to learn about and started to understand as a part of our culture, as a part of our history.
It's not that you want the good guy to come in and save the day. We know that story. We've done it, and we've traditionally have done movies over the years where the good guy goes down south and saves the day. The good guy goes into any indigenous area, saves the day. This is, and that's all valid for the FBI in telling that part of the story, right, but exactly. This is much more important, if I could say that.
Can you find the wolves in this picture?
How did you work with the tribal council of elders to make this more authentic?
Well, the first thing when the book was presented to me and the script, I automatically understood. I said, well, if we go anywhere near indigenous nations, we have to be very, very respectful. And I found that the values were so important to me. And it reoriented me every time they spoke. It just reoriented me as to what we're doing here. I mean, making a movie, yes, but what we're doing here on Earth. And so it seemed to lock in. We began a process. When I said to be very respectful, I wanted to know everything I could about the Osage. The more I found out, the more I wanted to put in. So, and that began a process where Marianne Bauer, who's our associate producer and my archivist, began working with the Chief Standing Bear and the council and all the people the key people there in Oklahoma, as to every detail of, and without making it fussy. That was it. It has to feel lived in. You know what I mean? It had to feel natural. You know, even to the designs of the blankets and who the people were standing in the background, with vertical lines this way, horizontal that way, those colors, not those colors, everything we could think of.
From your point of view as an actor and as a movie lover yourself, what makes Martin Scorsese the greatest of all time?
No, deny
Don't do it. Deny it. I deny it. Well, without question, I can only speak from a personal perspective, having grown up watching the two of them from a cinematic perspective, how it not only influenced everything that I do as an actor, the incredibly high levels of artistry that they've been able to accomplish together in that relationship not only changed me, it was the template for me. It influenced the entire generation of actors that I grew up with. And what can I say is that that Marty's perseverance and his ferocity in wanting to tell the truth about these stories, no matter how ugly, no matter how bizarre, no matter how uncomfortable, is his mastery. And his respect for cinema's history, what's been done before him, the influence of the great directors from his past that have made him the director that he is just unparalleled. He's been able to define himself as the singular director of our time, and he's continuing to make these incredible movies that tell important stories like this film. I'm like all of you. I'm just constantly in awe of his ability to continue telling the truth the way he does with his characters and with his stories.
As far as taking risks at this age, what else can I do? What am I going to do? I don't know. What do they want me to do? I don't understand. You take a risk. No, let's go do something comfortable. Are you kidding? Comfortable, like sitting comfortable on a set in the heat? You might as well be risking. You know, I don't mean to be flip about it, but it is. You're right. It is a big gamble, but I don't know. We took a chance.
I was sitting next to Mr. De Niro last night, and I got very excited about some of his Osage. But I remember talking to Van Bighorse, our language coordinator, about how it is being done there on the set. And they impressed upon me how hard these actors worked, how hard they worked, how serious this business is to them. And for a citizen outside of this world, we get our own preconceptions about what is involved, and maybe think oh, well, Bob De Niro just wakes up and naturally everything comes right out.
Hear it like a bounce upon a pico. Look at what the light did now. Bear it like a bounce upon a pico. Look at what the light did now. Slow.
Land and water and bird or beast, so look at what the light did now. Shiny little band or golden fleece, so look at what the light did now. Look at what the light did.